Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Hoover H3W4105TE washing machine, and what I want to do today is to show you around the washing machine some of the features and benefits that it offers. But just before we start, all I normally say is please give us a quick thumbs up, quick subscribe on the YouTube channel. What I do is I normally talk about household appliances. There's normally a bit of tech in there as well, vacuum cleaners, so there's quite a few areas that I cover. So just give us a quick subscribe and then we'll carry on. Now this video will actually cover quite a few models, and what I mean by that is that Hoover make a really good range of washing machines, and the design of the fascia and some of the programs actually cover quite a few different machines. This particular model is a 10 kilogram wash load, so it's a really good size load, and I'll show you inside the drum in a bit. But the actual design and the way the machine operates is similar across quite a few different models. So the first thing I'll say, and if you've watched my videos for some time, then I do tend to repeat myself, but whenever you're buying a washing machine or any household appliance, make sure it fits in before you buy it. So just have a quick measure, and I'll just show you the dimensions on this machine. So you're looking at 60 centimeters wide, or around 23.5 inches. The height of it, they do tend to be pretty standard. So you are looking at 845 high, or just over 33 inches. And the depth of it, so front to back, if you would just go into the front here, just from the very back lip, then you're looking around 52 centimeters, or around 20.5 inches. If you did need to go to the very front of the door, then you're looking around 57 centimeters, or around 22.5 inches. The reason I tend to talk about the depth quite a bit on when you're measuring a washing machine is because, especially on larger load washing machines like this, normally the depth they're normally a bit deeper than normal. If you've got something like a 6 or 7 kilogram machine, then what you can find is that things like the width are pretty standard at around 60 centimeters. The heights are normally pretty standard at around 84.5 to 85 centimeters, but it's the depth where the drum has to go. So now I'll show you the machine itself. As you can see, you've got the soak drawer on the left hand side. All the controls and the programs are listed around the middle of the machine, and then you've got the display on the right. As you turn it on, so you've got quite a few different options through the dial. You can turn it either way, and it sings a little song when you first turn it on. The first option here, so with this is the Wizard app. So what you can do is, as you can see here, it's got Wizard. This is where you can actually download the app onto your phone or tablet, and what you can do is you can actually control the machine through your phone or tablet. Now it is something that some people are interested in. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm really glad that Hoover have decided to put it on this range of machines. To be fair, Hoover were one of the first to have this kind of control. They brought it out before some of the other major manufacturers, and they do keep improving it. I must admit the app itself has improved since they first launched it, but you can choose different programs through the app. So I'd certainly recommend, if you have got this machine, or if you're thinking about buying it, then download the app so you can use other functions through the machine. For actually controlling the programs on the machine itself, so you've got there's a really good range of programs around here. So the first main program on the washer itself is the cottons. This is probably one of the main programs that people will use if you do want a full length wash. And what I mean by a full length wash is that there are quite a few quick washes. I'll cover those in a moment, just around this side. But you will notice that on the front here on the display, first of all, the display is really good display. This kind of display Hoover have done for several years, and I must admit it does go down well with customers. It's a nice bright red LED display, and what it will do is it will actually show you first of all the program that you've got selected, and then the time of the program. Personally, I'm not really sure why they need to put the program that's on there, because we've just selected it here, but anyway, they've decided to do it on this machine. But as you can see, 2 hours 47. Now for some people you might be thinking that's quite a long program. Now first of all, what they do, and pretty much every machine will do it now, is they will actually adjust the wash time depending on the load that's in the machine, and also how dirty everything is. So what it will do, so it'll start off at 2 hours 47, but if it detects that it's only a smaller load, then normally after about 5-10 minutes it will actually adjust the time to reduce that to compensate for the lack of the load in there. So that's really good. Also, you have got an option just here, and what you can do is, depending on how soiled the clothes are, so if everything that you've washed, you've only say worn it once, it's not very dirty physically, then you can actually press this button here. So to start off with, it's 2 hours 47. If you press that once, it goes down to 209, and again it goes down to around an hour and a half. But that's one of the few programs that you can actually wash at the high temperature of 90 degrees. Now, to change the temperature, all you do is you can press this button here. So the highest it will go is 90 degrees, and it will go down to 60, 40, 30, 20, and they can actually wash in just the temperature of the water that's arriving into the machine, so you don't actually select a temperature on here. So that's another good option. But I suppose for most people it will be at between 30 and 40 degrees for most washes. You have got the option on here to adjust the spin speed. On this particular machine it goes up to a maximum of 1400 spin. You have got the other options down the side here, and if you press that button then it goes from 1400, 1000, 800, then down to 400, and also you've got the no spin option at the end. But again, for most people, then if you press the button again, it goes back to up to the 1400. The next option on here is the Eco 40 to 60. So with the Eco 40 to 60, this is designed for clothes that are able to be washed at between 40 and 60 degrees, and in theory you should be able to wash them together. You have got a couple of options on here, so you can change the temperature if you want to. So I suppose for a majority of people, for everyday washing, it tends to be around the sort of 30 to 40 degrees. You will find on here that again it is quite a long wash, but again this is one of the few programs that you can wash the maximum 10 kilograms, because not many of the programs, and it's not that clear as to what load you can put in from the machine itself. That's something that I wish they will put on, to at least advise as to what load you can put in. You do get the instructions with it that shows you for each program as to what maximum load you can put in, but there aren't many programs that you can actually use the full 10 kilogram load, but these two programs you can do. So I'll just cover some of the other programs now. You've got things like the woolen hand wash. Now these are really good programs, really for delicate items, and what you'll find is that the maximum temperature you can go to on that is 30 degrees. So it's nice that you've got this built in, so that if you do decide that you wanted this program, then you couldn't select one of the higher temperatures, so at least it's not going to shrink your woolens. As you can see, it is quite a much quicker wash. This is 49 minutes. But with this is a maximum load of 2 kilograms, so it is quite a small load that you can put in there. And this next program, the 20 degrees, it's a little bit vague as to what it does on there, but basically what this does is it allows you to wash different fabrics and colours together, such as cotton, synthetics and mixed fabrics, at around 20 degrees, and it provides a really good washing performance. And apparently the consumption on this program is only around 40%, so it's around 40% of a standard 40 degree wash, which is really good. So I suppose if you want to wash the low temperature, then you can take the temperature off, but the maximum you can go to is 20 degrees on that. And the next program, the synthetic and coloured, and with this one the maximum load you can wash in this is around 5 kilograms, so it's about half the load. What you will find, and I keep mentioning about the maximum load you can put in here, it doesn't physically stop you putting in the full 10 kilograms. But as you can see on this program, it's 1 hour 57. If you were to put a full 10 kilograms in here on that program, then you will find that it will take, well, a couple of things. Either it will take a lot longer to wash than the 1 hour 57, so it does actually increase the wash time, or the other thing is, because these are designed to wash in that sort of time, if you put the full load in, then the washing performance won't be as good. So again, it is something that I know it can be very unmanly to read the instructions, I know I'm not a huge fan myself of reading instructions, but I personally think it's worthwhile. So on the synthetic and coloured, as I mentioned, it's maximum 5 kilograms, and that's really designed to wash different fabrics. And I suppose it's really it's almost like a mixed load, this program is. The next one is the drain and spin. That's quite obvious that if you've hand washed something and you just want to drain the water out and then spin it, you've got the option. You've got the rinse, so you can actually rinse and spin something, and with the rinse and spin you can adjust the spin speed as well. So the maximum on that is 1000 RPM. I must admit I'm not really sure why it's only 1000. Sometimes that can be a little bit annoying. I wish it would go all the way up to the 1400. If you were to select the drain and spin, then just try that one. That does go up to the 1400. So that's something to bear in mind. Now you have got some of the care programs, as they call them, around this side. Now you've got something called fitness care, you've got soft care, fresh care, and these are specialised programs. So if you've got things like athletic equipment, so if you've been to the gym, or if you've got swimming shorts, things like that, then I suppose these are really designed for things like the fitness care. And the maximum load on these 3 programs is 2.5 kilograms. So again, quite a small program. As you come up here, then you've got the Allergy Care 60. That's the next one. The maximum load on this is 2 kilograms. And this is really designed for washing things like cotton items, sanitizing and eliminating bacteria. That's what Hoover claim. So it's really designed to be washed at a slightly higher temperature. And then the next program on here, I think, will be quite a popular one for people. It's called Rapid Care, and you've got 14 minute, 30 minute and 44 minute. And what this will do is, really as it's saying, it's really designed for quick washes. And the idea is that if you've got something you just want to freshen up or really wash quickly, then that's an ideal program for you. It's not something I'd recommend to do full washes in. Not in this sort of time. You're not going to do a full wash in 14 or 30 minutes. But what you'll find is that the load sizes on here, and for the first one it's 1.5 kilograms as the maximum load, and you can change it using that button. And the next one, which is the 30-minute program, as it shows there, that's you've got 2.5 kilograms as the maximum load. And then for the next option, so the 44 minutes, the maximum load you can wash is 3.5 kilograms. So it goes up quite nicely, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 kilograms. It's quite a well laid out program, and as I say, it's something I think will be quite popular with people, but I try to emphasise not to use this too much. And the next option is the Cotton Care 59. So as it's showing here, that's a 59-minute program, and again you can adjust the temperature and the spin speeds on these. So it's really designed as a medium temperature program. And also you can adjust the spin speed if you want to, so you can go all the way up to 1400s, which is always really good. And with the next option, this is the final program around the dial, and this is really designed for the wash to be washed at a maximum of 30 degrees. You can adjust the temperature if you want to. You can go down to 20 and also just wash it in the temperature of the water that's coming into the machine. But for most people on this wash, you tend to wash at 30 degrees. And again, you can adjust the spin speed, but that's up to a maximum of 1000. So that's really covering the programs themselves. As far as the soap drawer on the left hand side, then that's easy to pull out. You'll notice it's a fairly standard layout. You've got the pre-wash, main wash, conditioner. Something we do get asked about a lot is, can you take the drawer out to clean it? And the answer is yes. If you just push it down a little bit and then pull it, then that's easy to take out. As far as washing it, it's something we'd recommend. I suppose for most people we tend to hand wash it. You can take the drawer apart if you want to. So if you decided to put this part into, say, a dishwasher to give it a really good clean, then just make sure you unclip it here, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to put this part into the dishwasher, because you'll find it's quite a glossy finish on the front, and the last thing you want to do is to make it a matte finish, because it will spoil the look of the machine. And then to put the drawer back in, it just clips back in and then you're ready to go. So the door itself is really easy to open. You just got the handle on the right hand side there. It's just got a little clip behind it, so to open it you just pull the clip and the door opens, which is really good. It's the door itself, it doesn't quite go all the way back, but it's a good chunk of the way back, so it gets the door well out of the way while you're loading the clothes into the machine. The actual porthole size on this machine is around 33 centimeters, so it's a nice big porthole to get the clothes in and out of. It's something I tend to mention a lot because there's nothing worse than having a really good sized drum like on this machine and then a really tiny porthole, because it can make loading and unloading the clothes quite difficult. And also something else to point out is if you have got a small aperture here, then it can, I suppose sometimes you can forget things in there. It can make it difficult to see inside the machine. So I'll just show you the energy label on this machine. The first thing you'll notice, it shows an E rating. It is something on a lot of my recent videos, I'm pointing out that an E rating at the moment is actually still pretty good. I wouldn't be put off by this. As of March 2021, the ratings, the way the energy labels were rated are completely different now. So if you go back a year or so, then a lot of machines were creeping up into the A pluses. The too many machines were that energy efficient that they had to redesign the energy label, and everything has completely changed. So as I say, an E at the moment is still actually pretty good. Some of the other figures on here, so you've got 90 kilowatt hours per 100 washes. It just shows you that clearly it is a 10 kilogram machine for this particular one. You've got a B rating for the spin. The actual noise level, so it's 81 decibels. 51 litres of water. Clearly that will vary across each of the programs that you use. So I'll just show you around the back of the machine. I know for some people it's not that relevant, but what I want to do is to show you just around the back, because for some people if you're installing the machine then it could be an important thing to be seen, and there's not often that you'll actually see around the back of the machine from the manufacturer's websites. So just here, first of all, you can see you've got the 4 transit bolts. This is something, so with these 4 bolts they have to be taken out, so before it's connected at all, first thing to do is to remove these 4 bolts. If you don't, then it could damage the machine, and it's something that it won't be covered under any warranty. You will find that it will potentially jump around, so that's, again, take them all out. You've got the mains lead here, so that's at the top left. The water hose, so that just connects at the top right here. You do get a new hose with it. We normally try and recommend to use a new hose as it comes with the machine anyway. And then the waste is at the bottom right here. If you're thinking of buying one of these machines or one of the other load size machines, then I have provided some links below to show you where to get them at competitive prices. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Hoover H3W4105TE washing machine. Please give us a quick thumbs up on a YouTube video, click subscribe and leave any comments below. I'd always ask for comments on the video itself. I'm sure there might have been things that I might have missed. There might be some questions that you want to know about the machine itself. If you have got any questions, or if you think I have missed something, then just pop it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Also, if you have got one of these machines, it doesn't matter which load size, it could be the 7, it could be the 9 or 10 kilogram machine. Let me know what you think about it, because I'd always appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching.